Good afternoon and welcome to Chaparral. How are you doing today?
I'm came to look at some bars.
Some bars? Excellent. What are you riding?
Honda.
Honda? All right, which one?
CRF150R.
All right, we got tons of selection of bars for that bike. Let's go take a look. And this is our resident pro.
What's up, Kyle?
Hey, how's it going? He's looking for a set of bars, and I thought you'd be the man to help him out.
What's up, man? My name's Travis.
My name is Dorian.
Dorian?
Yep.
How's it going, man?
How's it going?
So you just bought a new dirt bike, right?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of bike did you buy?
It's a Honda 150.
A Honda 150? Cool. Now, you're looking to get new bars, I assume.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your stock bars?
They're just too high for me.
They're a little too high?
Yeah.
So you want a lower bar?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And how do you like the sweep on your stock bars?
They're okay.
It works good?
Yeah.
So if we found the same sweep but a little bit lower of a bar, you'd be okay with that?
Yeah.
All right, we'll find a couple different bar bends and try them out on your bike and see what you like. Let's go find some grips and we'll get going. So, as you can see, we carry a ton of different Pro Taper grips here. There's a whole bunch of different styles that they offer. Do you know which ones you like?
Yeah.
You do?
It's these.
Cool. Which ones are those?
Diamond.
Oh, the full diamond tri-density. Cool. All right, and I did hear you brought your bike.
Yeah.
You did? All right, let's go get these bars fitted on, see which ones you like, and we'll go from there. Now that we've got Dorian back here in the shop, we've got Dorian looking all fresh in his Pro Taper hat and shirt. He's on his CRF150R, and these are the stock bars we were talking about when we were out on the showroom. Dorian mentioned that the stock bars are a little bit too high, right?
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and put your hands on the bars like as if you're ready to ride. And just by the looks of it, you can tell the angle that his arms are at, almost from the elbow to the wrist. It seems just a little bit too dramatic. And I would like to see his arm kind of more in an attack position to where it's ready for any type of impact or anything along those lines, and it's comfortable at the same time for you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you guys how to take these bars off, and then we'll throw a couple different bends up there just to see what you like. And once you find the bend you like, then we'll get the grips installed and the levers back on, and you're ready to ride.
All right.
Now there's no specific way as far as taking bars off of a motorcycle. There's no specific 1, 2, 3 steps that you have to follow. And what I like to do is actually loosen everything up here first before I take these apart. Because if you loosen these now, then the bars are kind of gonna roll back, and it's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt to get all these. So here's an 8mm. I'll do my side. And then go ahead and do those and those. So I just kind of take these off real gently. Now you won't be able to remove the throttle until we loosen these bars, so give it a quick sec. So now is when, here we'll crank it all the way this way so it stops. There you go. Hold it. Okay. Okay, so now that the bars are loose within the clamps, you can slide it over this way, get that throttle tube off, just like so. And then we can finish by taking these bad boys off. Go ahead and take those clamps off. Take this guy off. Kind of keep everything in the same place, you know what I mean? If you don't have to take it, like if it can stay on the bike while you're working on it and it doesn't get in your way, just keep it there, you know? Because then sometimes you can forget where things go. All right, so the first bend I'm gonna try, which we pulled off the floor, is this Pro Taper 7/8 KX High. Now, I know the description says KX High, and he was looking for a lower bar bend, but like I mentioned, we looked up all the stats on the stock bars for the CRF150, and that's actually higher than any Pro Taper bar that they offer. So we're gonna put these KX Highs on here first. Go and hold those there real quick, Dorian. just going to slide the clamps on just for the time being. Go roll it back. So, those are KX highs.
Feel good?
Feel okay?
Yep.
Now those ones actually sweep back a little bit more than the CR high.
Yeah.
So when we get the CR highs on, you'll notice a difference. They'll be right around the same height, but your arm length will be a little bit further forward.
All right.
So that's the KX high. Let's try on another one. The next ones we have on the list will be the CR mid. Now the CR mid are going to have the same sweep, the same width as the CR high. The only difference is the CR highs are going to have a little bit more height. Go ahead and set those in there. We're not going to be able to get those clamps in there unless we have the bar pad off, but you can set it on there. Now those are probably the lowest bars that we brought back here. That's the CR mid. So do they feel a little low?
Yeah.
Feel too low? Okay, so let's get the CR highs and we might be right where you need to be. Here's the CR high. So that's the CR high, and it looks like we're going to be able to get the mounts in there. So roll it back for me. Okay, that's the CR high. How do those feel?
They feel better than all of the other ones.
That's the best one you felt
Yep.
yet? All right, cool. That's the ones we'll go with.
Yep, these will do.
Right on. Now that we found out what bend Dorian really likes and the bend that he's actually comfortable with, I'm going to show you guys how to get them completely installed onto the bike. And then from there, we'll install the grips, and then Dorian's going to be ready to rip.
Yep.
All right, so let's get the new bars completely installed on the bike, and then after that, we'll get the grips on.
All right.
I am going to need your help as far as when we get the levers back on,
All right.
because you're going to want the levers to be at whatever height or angle you want them to be at.
Okay.
So just going backwards as far as taking, when we took the bars off, I'm basically going to repeat those steps backwards. So with the clamps on loosely to where you can slide the bar, you're going to want to slide the bar all the way over to the left so you can get that throttle tube back on. Once the throttle tube's back on, go ahead and center the bars, roll them back to where you can get both the clamps tightened. Now every pair of handlebars are going to have little marks right in the center, and the marks is either like a 0, which is 0 is considered that's their center point in the bar.
Right.
And then if you were to go -1, -2, it brings it back, or if you were to go +1, +2, and that's all right here at the clamps. So when you are tightening your clamps,
Right.
make sure you be aware of those numbers,
Okay.
because that's just more fine tuning as far as how comfortable you want to be on the bike. I'm going to take the bar pad off. Just so I can get to these clamp bolts a little bit easier. All right, so now that we have the bars on and Dorian's on the bike, we're going to get him comfortable with the settings as far as where the bars are going to be, forward, back, and then as far as the levers, up or down. So how do the bars feel in this specific position? So if you want, you can roll them forward or roll them back.
No, right here feels good. Right here.
Right there. So let's get that tightened first. Okay, cool. So now that they're in place, let's get your levers set. So let's start with the clutch over here. Go ahead and put your hand on as if you were to pull it in. Is that in a good spot?
Yeah.
I mean, the grip's going to come to here.
Yeah, right there.
How does it feel this way? Good?
Yeah.
Cool. You can always adjust this when you get to the track if you have to. Okay, let's do the brake now. How's this one? So this one, we're gonna have to probably move this throttle tube back just a little bit. Okay, make sure it's all the way on. Throttle tube, brake. How's it feel? Tell me where you want it.
Right there.
There. Okay, cool. So, just do a quick rundown on all the bolts real quick. Make sure they're all snug. We check these 12 millimeters. Now we'll get the bar pad, the grips on our necks. Dorian does want to run his old white bar pad just to keep the clean look of the Honda. All right, we're going to apply the grips now that we have the new bars on. And Dorian decided to go with some tri-density full diamond pro taper grips with some red bar ends just to match. And we'll be using a pro taper grip glue to get these on. So if you don't have grip glue in your garage, check the videos in our YouTube. I actually made a video of 5 different methods of installing motocross grips. So if you happen to run out of grip glue and you're going riding tomorrow morning, there's a few other ways you can get these on. So just to make note, when you do open up your grips, you're always going to find one with a bigger hole versus a smaller hole. The one with the bigger hole, obviously it goes on the throttle tube, and the one with the smaller hole goes over here. So we'll start on the brake side. So applying the grip glue, just kind of put it down around the edge, around the rim, and just spin it around until you meet all the way up. And you have a good bead in there, so let that thing kind of roll around in there, you know. Roll it around, roll it around. So you're going to want these diamonds on the bottom. So let's get these bad boys on. Cool. Boom. So there's one. Now keep in mind, if you are using grip glue, especially the Pro Taper grip glue, this tends to be very similar to super glue. So it dries really quickly, and once it does dry, it's pretty rock solid. So when you are actually putting the grip glue inside the grip, be very cautious as far as how much you use, because when you slide that grip all the way onto the throttle tube, a lot of the grip glue will build up down at the end. And if your throttle tube happens to have a hole in the end, you're gonna glue your throttle tube to the bar. And there's no riding, because you obviously can't twist your throttle, and it takes the twist of the throttle to ride a motorcycle. So just be aware when you're putting that grip on the throttle side. Actually, before we slide this guy all the way on, I'm going to back it off of the bar a little bit, like that. So we'll do that, and then we'll be able to get it on there. And you're gonna want, if you're able to spin the entire grip, spin it around a few times just to get all the glue around the surface area of the bar or the throttle tube. And like I said, this Pro Taper glue, it's very much like super glue, so it'll dry quick on you. So just be careful. All right, I'm not gonna pull the throttle back onto the bar until that completely dries. And give yourself 5 to 10 minutes. If you're at the track, really give yourself 5 to 10 minutes. If you're doing this the night before you go riding, you're gonna be fine. It'll dry overnight. And I always like to use wire tie, just for the extra security as far as the grip twisting. but you should be just fine with Pro Taper glue. So the bars and the grips are now installed. And now that you have the bend that you were wanting, you're gonna be actually more comfortable on the bike. Being more comfortable on the bike is gonna drop the lap times, and it's gonna make you a little bit more confident out on the track.
Yep, it is.
So I think we need to get out and ride, go test out your new bars. And I really appreciate you letting us use the CRF150 for the Pro Taper bar and grip install. And hopefully we can plan a day to get out to the track and go rip around.
That'll be fun.
Thanks, man. Wait, don't forget to like this video. That means give me a thumbs up down there in the bottom right corner. And subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this. I'm Travis, and we'll see you next time.